Woo, I'm here. Oh gosh, I had a challenge getting here this morning. Yeah. How do you deal with your anxiety? Have you ever focused on something that's really unfair in the world, or things that are happening around you, things that happen that just really suck? And sometimes it feels like the possibilities are insurmountable, or what's going on is just beyond what we can manage or control. Just before I was coming live, I spilt a cup of bone broth. Yeah, it's got lovely turmeric in it. It makes things yellow, and then there's some nice animal grease in there, or fat. And oh my gosh. Anyway, so I can be anxious about that, or I can just go ahead and go through the motions and clean it up and stay grounded and present and be ready for you today. So welcome. Good Friday morning. My name's Amirah Hall. For the last 2 decades plus, I've been teaching people how to manage their stress and their anxiety. I've been helping people go from burnout to brilliant. And, it's all revolves for me around our energy frequency. It was after my near-death experience that I truly comprehended this concept, or this idea around energy, and how we're creating our environment and how we're creating everything that we experience. There's a vast majority of things that are happening around us that we have no control of. But what I learned was I have control over my thoughts. I also have control on how and where I direct my energy. So at first, it's not a common concept. None of us are taught how to manage our energy. So I embarked on a journey to heal myself first. Actually, when I came back after the near-death experience, I was stuck in a real quagmire. I was incredibly depressed. I was seeing things that other people couldn't see. It was like stepping into the scene of Star Wars, or the cantina scene in Star Wars. And so everything was so bizarre and so weird, hearing things that others weren't hearing. And so what was happening was my own spiritual abilities were really coming on full bore. And I had to learn how to turn them down, actually. I had to learn how to manage them and recognize, maybe integrate with them. And so I do believe this is happening for a lot of people, maybe not at the level that happened for me, was a big old cosmic blast, so to speak. But we are here to learn more about who we are. Why are we here? We're here to understand who we are. And what is that? We are energy. And so in my perspective, we're here to learn how to manage that and direct it and create what we desire. What's in our heart of hearts? What would you like to experience as a human being? And so that's the issue here. A lot of us are focusing on things and worrying about things that we, one, have no control over, or two, we don't know what we can do about it. And so when we're worried about something or anxious about something, what happens is literally our energetic self, that spirit aspect to who we are, is actually going into that experience. It's going into the future. And so it creates havoc within our system, and all of our chakras go haywire, and your energy goes ahead of you. So it just is unsettling for the physical body. And that's why you have that nervousness, or you can't stop, you talk really fast, or you can't sleep, or you're eating out of emotional need to fulfill something that's missing. A lot of different things. And maybe you can leave in the comments what you notice when you get anxious. How do you respond? Some people go into distractions. Maybe it's social media, and looking at social media, you just get even more anxious, right? What people are doing. And so your energy is going into other people's lives. Your energy's leaving the present moment is the best way I can explain it. And when you do that, you're not 100% present to create and manifest what it is that you want. So if you want to manifest anything different in your life, starting with less anxiety or less worry, you have to learn how to bring your spirit back. Now, there's a lot of teachers out there that talk about affirmations, and there's people that talk about mindfulness. And yes, that's part of it. But the way I have learned and teach people is a system of learning how to ground yourself, to be present, to discharge the energies that aren't you, that are competing for your energetic space. When we can do that and the body can feel safe, that allows our spirit to come a little closer to the body. It's only when the spirit and the body are connected and aligned that we are able to manifest. And so it's nothing beyond it, it has really nothing to do with affirmations. You think that saying affirmations over and over are going to make that happen. In a sense, you're using your third chakra power, and your intellect could be your part of your sixth chakra, your vision, to keep visualizing it. The way I see that is you're kind of pushing, you're kind of forcing something. You're determined, by God, you're going to make something happen. Well, that's all good, but quite honestly, the way I see the energy on the planet shifting, it's not going to allow you to do that. You're going to find that you're going to have to work harder and harder and push harder to get what you want. So what we have to do is pull back our energy, get grounded, get present. And the second step to that is really being clear. So is your perspective, or what you think you want, actually it, or how you see yourself in that experience? Can you have a clear picture of that? And then the third step would be learning how to, what's the third step? Somebody just jumped in my head. That's a classic example of just losing your space. Where was I? I know this like the back of my hand. Okay, learning how to adjust your chakras is what I teach. And we can actually, with the energy centers in the body, when we learn how to literally turn down the first, second, and third. The third chakras are solar plexus, the second chakra is 2 inches below the navel, and the first chakra is located at the base of your spine. We can actually turn those down like a camera lens. And what that does is it allows the body to relax. It releases that energy that you're holding on to, that's creating the anxiety that perhaps isn't even yours. It's just made up. It's a thought, it's a belief, it's a worry, it's somebody else's fear. And your energy not being present, that just creates this inner havoc. So I just did a training, a 3-part masterclass, and I'm really going to encourage you to step into that. 3 parts, teaching the grounding, being in the center of your head, and also sitting in the driver's seat of your car. And the third step is learning a secret technique to turn down your chakras to get you to that place. And I encourage you to practice those techniques. I guarantee they're effective, they're powerful, and they will help you overcome your anxiety or overwhelm that you're facing right now, and things that you can't control that are outside of your realm of importance, really. It's not even really importance. It's about what you think you can control, or what you fear, or maybe your heart goes out to something or someone that you can't resolve for them. So I hope that helps you today. My name is Amirah Hall, and if you like this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave me your positive vibes. Go ahead and leave me your comments. I'd love to hear how you're struggling or dealing with your anxiety. Maybe you've tried the tools and they work for you. Love to hear about that too. So I'll look forward to seeing you again. Y'all come back now, you hear? Oh yeah, I wanted to mention, I've got this amazing training that's a 6-week training that is starting next week. It's called AMPLIFY, where we will amplify your ability to manifest and your intuitive abilities, bring those all online and bring them together. So I look forward to seeing you there. And in the meantime, you know what? Shine bright. Have a great weekend. All right.